Welcome to A Great Cooker. I'm Serfronya. Today I have these three ingredients. There's broccoli in here. So I have broccoli, some raw shrimp, large, and also a lemon. And we're about to turn these into deliciousness. The key to this dish tasting as good as it's going to taste is that you want to make sure that you marinate your shrimp. So I have a pound of shrimp here. I've already defrosted it or thawed it. I put the frozen shrimp in the fridge overnight, and in the morning it still wasn't thawed all the way. So I put it in some cold water, and now we're good to go. Now, it's your kitchen. You can do whatever you want. You do not have to marinate. You can skip this step, but I'm just telling you, it will make your shrimp amazing. It will make it taste fantastic. The great news is that this marinade does not take long at all to prepare. You just need your lemon, and we'll squeeze that. I think it's been a minute since I've used this little contraption. Actually, it's been a minute since I've made a video. If by minute, I mean 2 years. So I might be a little rusty. I feel a little rusty, but we're going to carry on. All right, so now we've got our full lemon there. And next, we want to add some olive oil, and you're going to want 2 tablespoons. This is actually a 2 tablespoon measure. And then we just need a bit of paprika. Like a teaspoon is fine. And after the paprika, of course, you always want to salt your food, unless you don't use salt. We're going to salt this a bit. And also we're going to, of course, add some pepper. It's not coming out very well. Maybe I can try just go, oh, I see why, because it's not really open. Okay, we're going to try that again. I'm going to add some pepper. And then we need 3 cloves of garlic, 2 or 3. I always think more garlic is better. But and you want to mince this garlic. So while I'm getting the garlic together, I wanted to talk to you a bit more about my channel. In the past, I used to make videos, mainly, I tried to make healthy videos, but I used to cook a wide variety of items. But now I'm shifting to keto. And so if you want to find some good keto recipes, you want to come to A Great Cooker. And also, I'm not cooking for as many people as I used to. I used to have a family of 6, but as you know, children grow up, life circumstances change, and so there's just not that many just not that many of us in the house anymore. And so my portions, the serving sizes that I'm going to cook are not going to be as large as they were previously. But the great thing about cooking is, of course, you can always just increase or decrease the servings as you see fit. So that's not really a big deal. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but I am in a different kitchen than the last time I cooked a, a meal for you. And actually, I'm in a whole other state. I mentioned many times about being in the great state of Texas, and I'm sure it is still great over there, but I've moved to the East Coast. I'm very happy to be here. So I think this is minced enough. I mean, it's just to add a good amount of flavor to the marinade. So let's go ahead and add that. And what we need to do now is just give this a bit of a stir. And I want to get everything coated pretty well in the marinade as best as I can. And then this is only, the thing about seafood is you don't want to marinate it too long. You can actually over marinate it, and that is something that I learned the hard way when I was a much younger cook. So about 10 minutes really is good enough. I'm going to try to smush this down in here to get as much of it in the marinade as I can. So we're going to set this to the side, and we can move on to some additional preparation while this is doing its thing. Now we're going to move on to the broccoli. This is those microwavable pouches. We could cook this as is, and then you could, you could add your seasonings afterwards. But personally, I don't like to do that because I just don't think you can get the broccoli as flavorful after it's already been cooked. So we're going to do our seasoning now. We're going to see, I hope I have more success with the pepper this time. We're going to pepper. Okay. All right, now I think I got it. Okay, haha. I'm going to pepper. Of course, this is to taste. I'm actually not going to measure out these ingredients because this is just really how you like it. And most things I don't measure unless it's something like marinades, something where you need to be a bit more precise. I don't usually measure. I've also got some garlic powder, and this comes out fast and furious, so I'm going to try to not add too much. And then the onion powder, which pours out even more than the garlic powder, so I'm going to make sure to be careful. I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to have a strong onion and powder taste if that's what you want. And I want to add a bit of olive oil. I need to get me one of those olive oil dispensers, the glass ones. I used to have one. I'm going to need to get that again, but I'm going to try to not get too carried away with the olive oil. It's just hopefully to add some crispness to the dish. And I actually forgot to preheat the to preheat the air fryer. That's what we're going to be using, the air fryer. But you can actually cook this dish a few different ways. And I'll talk to you about that in a minute here. Let's see, we want to, I will tell you that this is brand new. I just bought this and opened it today. So, but just to preheat, I guess I could just press start and let it do its thing. Let me go ahead and mix up this broccoli. Let's see if I have a spoon here. I'm going to go ahead and try to mix that pretty well. Now, because this broccoli is frozen and the shrimp is thawed, I'm going to need to start cooking the broccoli first. And then we'll add the shrimp in after a few minutes. I use these air fryer liners. Now this might be too small because this was actually for my previous air fryer, which I believe was a 4-quart. And now this one is a 6-quart. But I guess if I have to, I could maybe try to double it up. But this just makes cleanup so much easier. And I'll make sure, if you are interested in this, I'll make sure and have it I'll link to it, an affiliate link in the description below. All right, this has been preheating for a few minutes. I'm not sure exactly how long, but let me put that to where hopefully you can see inside of it. And go ahead and let's see. Okay, it looks like that'll work for today. All right, let's go ahead and add our broccoli. Might be a little crowded, but we're just gonna spread it out as best we can. No, I think that'll be okay. You want to try to, if you can, try to make the broccoli single layer. I'm not really supposed to be in here with metal, so I'm off to a good start with my new air fryer, but I'll make sure not to do that next time. Okay, so that's good. And so now we're going to go ahead and put this in get this in the air fryer. And I'm going to see if I can increase the temperature or decrease, because there we go. I want to go down to 6 minutes. And then after that, we'll add in the shrimp. The air fryer is about to go off. So we're going to check. I think that mainly if the shrimp, or excuse me, if the broccoli is mostly thawed, which that definitely is, then yeah, that's definitely thawed. So now we can go ahead and add the shrimp. But before I do that, I think I'm going to try to move this broccoli off to the side. Ooh, if I got super wet, I probably maybe should have doubled up that liner, but we're living on the edge today. I'm going to go ahead and add the shrimp. Minus the marinade. I'm not going to, like as you can see, it's already pretty wet in there. So I'm going to try to drain this off a bit before I add it. Wow, this smells, I know this shrimp is not cooked yet. So it sounds weird to say, but it already smells really good. Like really, oh my gosh, y'all. Thankfully, I'm not hungry because I actually ate before I started making this video. I used to always make my videos on an empty stomach because I used to make the videos of the meals that I was actually making for my family. So I would record the video and then we would eat. And there's nothing wrong with that. I probably will wind up doing that sometimes, but now I have a little more, I don't have to really concern myself with feeding people at a certain time. So now I can kind of do these. And it doesn't have to be on an empty stomach. Okay, my hands are clean. I'm just going to Get this one. And I hope you can see that. I'm going to try to spread this shrimp out a bit. It is a bit overlapped, but we're going to stir this. So it should be all right. Let's head on back over to the air fryer. And I guess this time around, oh, what am I doing? I guess this time around we want to do maybe 6 more minutes and we'll stir it halfway through. All right, I'm getting a beeping that I should toss what's in here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's stir this a bit. And then on the broccoli side, let's stir the broccoli a bit. My goodness. This looks great. Okay, did I stir? Did I toss everything? Let me spread it out a little bit. This is definitely almost done. And that's going to continue cooking for the last few minutes. Okay. This is the part where I would check the shrimp for doneness with my thermometer, but for the life of me, I cannot find it. But no, I don't really. This is done. I can tell by looking at it. That's definitely done. So it's okay that I can't find my thermometer. Wow, look at that. Let's get this plated up. But before I plate it up, I guess I will just put it all in a bowl. And that way I can mix the broccoli and the shrimp together. Wow. I will say this. The next time around, I think I'll cook more broccoli, probably another pound more, because this is a bit uneven, a bit disproportionate. Now, I don't think anyone's going to be complaining to have a bunch of delicious broccoli, or actually a bunch of delicious shrimp, but I personally love broccoli, so I'm definitely going to do that next time. But even still, this looks great. Let's go ahead and stir it, just so it's all mixed together. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely could use more broccoli, but that's all right. Let me get a plate here. All right. Let's see. Wow. Let me get a big old piece of broccoli since there's not that much. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? And like I said, I ate earlier, so I just wanted to try it and see how it tastes. All right, let's do it. I have the food behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I know I showed it just a minute ago, but I'm going to try the shrimp first because I'm very excited. Mmm. Okay, that's very good. I would say probably could have cooked the shrimp about 2 minutes less. So keep that in mind when you make it, but even it's still good. Now I'm going to try the broccoli. Mmm. I love air fried broccoli. And now, of course, I have to try them together. So let me get a pretty decent sized floret of broccoli. Get me one more shrimp. Mmm. Mm-hmm. This is really good. Mm. If you make this dish, please leave me a comment and let me know how it turned out for you. I'm always open to making adjustments or improvements on my recipes, so I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you check out another video. YouTube's going to pop up a video, so check that out as well. And thank you for tuning in to A Great Cooker, and I'll see you in the next video.